Assalamu alaikum. In this video, we are going to talk about realism. So, what is realism? Realism is considered the most dominant school of thought in international relations. It is the exercise of power by states towards each and is also known as power politics or realpolitik. All realists share a belief that states are unitary, rational actors that are motivated by the desire for military power and security rather than ideals or ethics. Realists view human nature as selfish, conflictual, and competitive and believe that states are inherently aggressive and obsessed with security. Realism values order and does not welcome change. The history of realism. The theory of the realism in international relation has been developed throughout the history by famous political philosophers such as Thucydides, Sun Tzu, Machiavelli, Thomas Hobbes, and closer to our times, in the late 1930s, E.H. Carr and Hans J. Morgenthau. Morgenthau is known for systemizing classical realism. Morgenthau presented a theory of international politics which is based on the six important points. Number one, international relations is governed by laws that have their roots in human nature. Number two, states have particular interests, such as to maximize power. Number three, interests of states are permanent. Number four, states are the only actors in international relations. Number five, there is no universal code of ethics or morality. Number six, politics is autonomous. It has its own rules and principles which are different from ethics and morality. Branches of realism. Classical realism, a conservative theory that considers states the only actors and give importance to military power and maximization of power. Neorealism, a theory developed by Kenneth Walsh in which states seek to survive within an anarchical system, international structure. Offensive realism, those who argue that states are power maximizers. Defensive realism, those who argue that states are security maximizers. The three S of realism. Number one, statism. Statism is the centerpiece of realism. This involves two claims. First, for the theorist, the state is the preeminent actor and all other actors in world politics are of lesser significance. Second, state sovereignty signifies the existence of an independent political community, one that has juridical authority over its territory. Number two, survival. The primary objective of all states is survival. This is the supreme national interest to which all political leaders must adhere. Number three, self-help. No other state or institution can be relied upon to guarantee your survival. That is why the state needs to gain power for its own survival. Realism with an example. As we all know that Chinese have been claiming all of the area of China Sea that has marked by 9-dash line in the first. Now here, although Indonesia's position is clear that it is not a claimant to any features in the South China Sea, so has no pending maritime delimitation with China. Nonetheless, China unilaterally insists that Indonesia's exclusive economic zone and continental shelf of the coast of Natuna Island overlaps China's so-called 9-dash line claim. As a result, Indonesia is concerned about the Chinese claim of its territory and its reaction would be shifting enough military power to the island in order to counter potential threat of China against territory of Indonesia. Here the two countries highly unlikely would go to war for the territory, but exercise and showdown of power from Indonesia's side is a mandatory thing to protect its territorial integrity and show the Chinese that we are ready to protect our land, as according to the realist view. And this is how state helps itself by practicing and gaining own power. In the conclusion, despite the opinion of its critics, realism is the most dominant theory used to explain the nature of the international relations. It is widely accepted because it gives more realistic and practical approach as compared to liberalism to understand international relations. It gives complete description and explanation of international events, unlike liberalism, which is restricted to only morals and ethics. It also helps in predicting human nature and behavior, which helps in predicting possible outcomes of cooperation among states. Thanks for watching.